right, so this #1 featherweight contender is no stranger to this setting. Tonight, though, he believes he's just a much better version of himself and finally has the goods and the chops to actually be a real champion.
Sometimes you get there, John, and you're just not ready. It's not easy to become the best in the world. The first time this man got here, he was a great fighter. He was good, but he just wasn't ready to be the best in the world. He said that the moment he got back home, he went to work to improve. He feels like all the improvements were made, and tonight he is the best featherweight the UFC has.
And it does seem as though we have taken two-way action on this fight, but a lot of people believe in the challenger, and I'm not just talking about his coaches. We'll see how it goes tonight. All right, so here's the UFC featherweight champion, Ilia Topuria, undefeated when he arrived at the title fight against Alexander Volkanovski, and he was able to break through and get the job done. There is an undeniable sophistication to his game. He is a layered striker. He can grapple, he can wrestle. I haven't seen anything resembling a weakness on film, but I think his greatest asset is his ability to stay calm, cool, and collected in combat, and also to exercise some patience when it comes to pursuing a finish. He's one of the best finishers in the division, but it is never forced, it is never bat out of hell, and that's why right now he's the hunted and not Volkanovski at 145 pounds. All right, well, the tension is palpable. Both fighters have now graced the octagon, ready to go with this massive fight here at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey, USA. Our tale of the tape for this featherweight championship fight. All right, now with the official introductions, we go inside the octagon of Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Featherweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Alexander the Great Volkanovski. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Featherweight Champion of the world, Ilia Topuria.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one. All right, early round action here. We'll see what Alexander Volkanovski can do. He believes he will have the striking advantage, the wrestling advantage, believes that he has the grappling advantage as well. Remains to be seen, but certainly confidence was not an issue in our midweek fighter meeting with Alexander the Great.
Yeah, he's in half guard here. Changing the position. Oh, he got to the spot.
Posture's up now. Oh, and delivers. Huge punch to the head there. These ground strikes really started to add up. There's another one. Well, he's got his back now. Making all these shots count. Like that. All right, half guard now. Not a fighter you want in half guard against you. For the bottom fighter, what does he need to do?
He needs to secure his underhook. He's got to be fighting for underhook. One of the most key things you can do as a bottom fighter stuck in half guard is try to frame. You frame and push your opponent away from you. By pushing him away from you, he will then want to come back into you.
Right.
It's like when I push you back, you want to go forward. So as he comes forward, hand goes off the face, let it slip into an underhook, build up to your elbow, then go chase your single leg. This is high-level grappling, John, from a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt named Daniel Cormier.
3 minutes have gone by here in round one. Oh, Volkanovski's right back to the full mount here. Lands with the ground and pound here. Oh, and there's another ground strike for good measure. Oh, good movement to avoid that strike from the top. We approach the 1 minute mark in the first round. Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Volka.
Oh, nice right hand by the champ, yeah.
And there it is, another strike gets through on the ground. All right, half guard position here, DC. You have an extra hop in your step when you talk about fighters working out of this half guard.
Oh, man, I like half guard as a top fighter. I understand half guard as a bottom fighter. Don't want to be there. It's very dangerous. But if you are there, you have to be winning the position of the underhook. It opens up so many opportunities for you to either escape or sweep.
All right, so a lot of highlights over those previous 5 minutes. DC, take us through the replay, if you will.
A lot of good action, but punching led the dance. Punching was the thing that stood out to me. That allowed him to take control of the round.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Here we are, early round two.
That leg can hurt.
Topuria gets caught by that straight punch. Can't take too many more of those. All right, so not exactly the approach we thought we would see out of this BJJ player. His ground game, you can argue, as good as anyone's in this division, yet he hasn't attempted a single time.
That's not even a tip of a takedown. I would never have expected this, John. I don't understand what is going on in this fighter's head. He needs to get the fight to his wheelhouse, and that is on the ground in the grappling. I don't know, man. Pride is a weird thing, and it seems as though he's fighting with pride tonight.
Let's go, bro. Stay busy on the ground for me. Stay busy.
Just work, guys. Come on.
Nice positional control here.
That was a slick transition.
All right, right into side control. Upper body strength figures to be put to good use here. Man! Fighter trying to pass here, but gets denied.
Gets denied. Great job, great recognition of seeing what your opponent was trying to do.
Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Ilia Topuria. Might be a submission attempt here, champ.
I mean, you cannot sit in a full guard. When you sit in the full guard, you give these guys so many opportunities. He's very accurate in the ground and pound, and it's showing because he's landing so consistently.
All right, so he continues to land a high volume of strikes. He talked to us a lot about pace and pressure, and he has certainly kept up his end of the bargain.
I mean, the cardio is fantastic tonight. He is pushing at a level that we have not seen him fight before. This is shades of Colby Covington, Max Holloway, those guys that can fight all night. He is showing you that he has done the work in the training room, and it's on full display tonight.
Well, as man has his chin been tested early. Drops down inside the now closed guard of his opponent.
Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound. Oh, he passes the half guard now, and he's not posturing to land punches, so look for a submission attempt. He's got to be careful here.
Postures up and delivers a massive ground and pound punch to the head. All right, he's got the hooks in, DC, working off of his back.
Now look for him to attack the neck of his opponent to try to get the rear choke.
Oh! 10 minutes in the can.
Take your shots. You're wasting a lot of shots. You need to wake up, focus, get out there, put the pressure on.
All right, let's check out some of the action, DC. What a display of just sheer punching in that last round.
I mean, he looks like a boxer. He looks like a professional boxer out there, throwing and stringing those combinations together. He landed those big punches over and over again, and it was this one right here that really did change the tide of the round.
You ready to fight? Ready. Do it.
Round 3 of a possible 5. Oh! Lands the inside leg kick there.
Back out of there.
That leg's gonna be beat up. It's already getting beat up bad. Oh, nice hook.
Oh, and there's another leg kick for good measure. So doing a really good job with that weapon here tonight. And if you're trying to slow your opponent down, mission accomplished so far.
When you can land that many leg kicks, you start to affect the movement. You start to affect the hands. Everything changes. Oh.
Oh, this is some high-level, efficient, effective ground and pound by Volkanovski. All right, so now we start to see some bruising appearing on the torso, and all of that courtesy of the body work of his opponent.
Just the wherewithal to go to the body and the discipline to stay with that approach. I mean, it's just tremendous. You see a fighter with a high fight IQ following a game plan, and it's working.
He's having his way with him here. Beautiful movement, hip work on the ground here, just outstanding with the transition.
He is not staying in one...
Man! Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. 2 minutes to go. This is some exhausting work, man.
I mean, it is so tiring to be fighting in this way. So much wrestling, so much grappling, expending all this energy trying to hold the guy down. I mean, no takedown is not fought. No reversal is not fought. Everything they're doing is fought to the very last minute before it gets given up.
Topuria's cheek looks like it's cut here, starting to bleed a little bit now. All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground.
Beautiful transition.
45 seconds remain in the round. Good movement on the ground here defensively by Ilia Topuria.
Oh!
All right, 20 seconds to go in the round. Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Volkanovski. All right, that's 3 rounds in the books. We are headed to the championship rounds. All right, so that's the end of the round. Potential adversity here. He's got a cut on his cheek sustained from that strike in the round. Now the focus becomes maximizing these 60 seconds, shutting that cut and preventing it from becoming a major factor here moving forward. All right, back to the stools we go, and it's starting to look like a second mouth on his cheek.
Yeah, it looks terrible. I mean, the guy is getting hit with big shots. One big enough to open up a nasty cut on his cheek. While it's in a better spot, it still is very difficult to deal with.
Like if he absorbs another strike on that cheek, he might actually be able to eat through that cut on his cheek. I'm just saying.
He's got a big mouth.
All right, so here we go with our 4th round of a possible 5, and a lot of fighters change up their training camp when they're fighting 5 rounds versus 3.
Yeah, you got to change it up. You have to mix things up because fighting for an extra 10 minutes is not normal. Guys don't do this normally. It's a 15-minute fight, so you have to do things physically and also mentally to to make sure that you're ready to go that extra 10 minutes. I give one, I take one. You give one, you take one. That's how this fight is being played out.
Topuria's eye starting to close up. Got to get that end swell on it between rounds if we get there.
Fighter lands a nasty kick. That was nasty. Oh, body shot.
Looking to land the leg kick now.
Big punch land.
Just over 3 minutes to go. Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection, and these will take their toll as this fight goes into the latter rounds. Out of range with that one.
Just turning his hip over into the leg kick. Yeah, he's got to. He's got to start checking kicks.
Nice uppercut by the champion. Went for the inside leg kick. All right, so he earned respect from his opponent early on with the power, and now the swelling really started to become a factor, Champ.
The swelling starting to become a factor. This guy is so good at recognizing a weakness in his...
That'll do it! What a fight by Alexander Volkanovski. The official decision is in. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 42 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by knockout and new undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world, Alexander the Great Volkanovski.
All right, so the Volkman does it again. Alexander Volkanovski tonight by knockout. He said the first time he fought Max Holloway, he essentially beat him with competitive spirit and cardio. Now this dude is the total package.
He's the total package. I mean, I don't know many fighters that are better or can compete with Alexander Volkanovski. He seems to be spreading himself from the pack more and more.